What up, y'all? It's your boy, the DJ TJ, back at Konscious Studios for another producer spotlight. Today we got super producer Sap in the building. Sap's worked with Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller, Nas, and many more. Today's cooking up some fresh heat. Let's go check this shit out.
What up, y'all? This is Sap. I'm gonna show you how I put together a record. You might know me for producing Mac Miller, Donald Trump, The Game Celebration, Holy Water, Name Me King, Rick Ross and Nas Powers That Be on Rather You Than Me album, Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap intro. This is the producer spotlight brought to you by The Kickback. I'm gonna show you a record I just put together last week. All right, so basically I like to start off with a lot of stock sound samples, whatever, like loops. Like this is a, you see? Like that's, you know, see how I can get that. Like I just did the shit. Yeah. I like the like I'm big on loops, so I'll even like even the instrumentation, like little. Add more voices, like I might use a chant or something from. My main thing with voices though, it gotta be the right I would say tone. My kicks are pretty standard though. Like I don't really use a lot of people use compressions. I like to keep my kicks like dry. I just like them to knock, but still punch, but not too sharp. Still got a roundness to it. Then I like adding I like mixing my claps and snares. Like I take a snare like that. These are all stock sounds. All these is loose. Really no plugins. I mean, the bass is the only thing that's really a plug-in, the sub. Everything else is like stock sounds. What's this? craft the patterns though, like I build everything up on one pattern and I just break it down. That keeps me from like overproducing, because a lot of times I used to overproduce. I used to add shit for no reason. But yeah. So basically I decide like I want this to be the intro, I want this lead sound to be the outro, or I want this to break down for the verse. And to me that's the most important thing of putting together a beat, is the format. These are all this is loops, like, and this is nothing more than just a regular like hat loop, but just real simple. It's not too much, but it's just like how the hi-hats are moving. It's like a lot going on with just that one loop. Like I said, I don't like overproducing, so I'm big on like as soon as I get loops, it's just like a drum and a snare and a clap or something, or like some type of chant. Then bringing like the sub. Then of course the lead voice. That's simple. That's it. Basically, man, if you ever become a producer, I know everybody has their tools, the things that they want to use, or they see producers. I like FL Studio. I got into FL Studio because when I wanted to produce music, it was expensive. You know, it was MPC era, so I found out about a program that was like damn near free, and then I got that, and then you know, it forced me to get real creative. Had no plugins, just chopping little stock sounds, whatever. I feel like FL is like, it's a sampler. It's like a free world. You can go wherever you want, wherever creativity take you. You can sample a lot in there. You can use plugins. Now they got a bunch of plugins now. You know what I mean? So I like FL Studio. And it's quick. You can like put it on your laptop and just go anywhere. You can make beats on an airplane, wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? At dinner with the headphones on, whatever. Like it's simple. So.
Do you make your own drum sounds, or do you usually like, or do you make your own samples?
I make my own drum kits, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I have drum kits from other producers, like from people like they're all same shit we all got.
Right.
But it's like I like to mix them, you know what I mean? Like if you know, it's like the beat, my beats, like the texture of my instruments sound a little different than like usually like the trap stuff, you know what I mean? Even if it's a trap bounce, I like it to cut like you said, early 2000s.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Describe your style of music.
Man, it's definitely I would like to say cause that's the best era, so I don't want to be like, yeah man, my shit sound like the best era, you know what I'm saying? But I think for me it's about like that feeling, like I'm 28, so if you like around my age, that vibe of like 2004 2005, when music was just starting to take a turn, but it was different, but it was still that feel there. It still felt like real instruments, but you got like different tempos, you know what I'm saying? Like Tim and Missy, and then you had Dipset, you know what I mean? So that's more like my style. I like to keep it fun, but like still keep it like music though. I don't want it to sound like a computer, you know what I mean?
What do you say is one of your biggest records?
Mac Miller, Donald Trump, and I would say The Game Celebration. That's another record like where it's that trap vibe, but you see the instruments still cut. You know what I mean? I made sure that shit knocked. You know what I'm saying? Had to. Especially Bone Thugs. I'm a big fan of Bone Thugs, so I had to do that justice.
Who's your favorite producer?
Timberland. All day. Timberland is crazy. I got a few up there though. Like I put in my top 5, but Tim is crazy. Tim to me is an innovator. He's a dude that's like not scared to make things work his way. but like still move with the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always like that about Tim. Like especially with those Aaliyah beats. Those Aaliyah records were crazy. Like crazy. Like you never heard nothing like it. You know what I mean? That was a new bounce, obviously, right? We hadn't heard that bounce before Timberland hip hop. That was like nah.
To this day.
Yeah, like when you first heard Hey Poppy for the Nutty Professor soundtrack, I think that was. Come on, man, you never heard no shit like that.
Right.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So that's what I try to do. That's my.
What would you say is your favorite all-time record?
This song, period.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough
Coming
one.
from Sap.
That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna say, I mean, Kanye my favorite artist, so I'm gonna say that the one record I ever heard that blew me away, and the fact that he produced it too, was probably Jesus Walks.
Okay.
For that time when I heard that, like, man, how that beat sounded, and it was just like, damn, you know what I mean? He put the bounce on a gospel record, but made it hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. And my boy told me that he remember DJing at a club, and they played that at a club, and it went crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like, so probably that one.
What's your favorite record that you've ever done?
I'm gonna say Game's Holy Water. Yeah, Game's
Why is
Holy
that?
Water. Just because like it's so different. You know what I mean? You hear it's kind of like this like eerie voice samples, and I remember when I played the beat for Game, that session went fucking crazy. I remember shut the session down when I played that beat. Like I got there, he didn't even know me. I did Celebration, he didn't even know who I was though. And then I was like, yo, I did, you know, I'm off. Tim, I did Celebration, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I play you some beats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go play some. You know what I mean? And I played the beat and the session went nuts. It was a rap.
Done deal.
Yeah, it was a rap. And then that's when we became best friends for like 2 years, you know what I mean? Sending in beats like crazy, but yeah, that's probably my favorite record though. You know what I mean?
Who are some artists you want to work with?
Drum. We just talking about Drum. Man, Young Thug is on the list for sure. Young Thug, Kanye, Raphael Sadiq, Macy Gray on the hook would be crazy on the record, and Childish Gambino. It's a few people, man. Like, just it's a few people, man.